from Nuvo. How you doing,
Hello.
Yuan?
Hey. So I need to present myself, right?
Yep. Let me pull up your. I'm just gonna leave this badge up for just one more second, and then I'll
Hmm.
put on your presentation.
Oh,
So,
that'd be great. Thanks.
yep. For everyone, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you are. You should be able to control the presentation, Yuan. Go ahead. Thanks.
By clicking the by clicking the screen. Hello everyone. Welcome to Hacking to the Future. And what I'm going to talk about is a new product coming into the market, which will help all the projects. The name is Nuvo. Really, we are trying to we aim to simplify the Web3 adoption. Uh, I don't know how I'm gonna control this slide though. Uh, I don't see a control. Okay, thank you so much. You can skip the next one. This is a team, a very veteran team. We have a lot of advisors, but seriously, we really have seen a lot happening in the market, bull or the bear market included. So we all find a very common thing among all different projects, especially Web3 industry. Um, it is really about commercialization. So we have a great minds, brilliant minds, great ideas, great technologies. A lot of technologies being invented in the crypto space, and it's all wonderful. But down to the line, the business needs to survive, business income, business needs customers, and we found that most of the projects quite lacking in those areas. Uh, so especially like for example, I've talked to many projects. They have been struggling finding new leads, like new customers, customer acquisitions. And when they have some customers, some wallets in the ecosystem, they found that they are not really very active. So the level of engagement is really low. And in terms of the method when the initial acquisition was done, is it because of airdrop? Is it because of some incentive program? When the incentive program finishes, the user flowing out is quite large. So they have find hard time retain those customers in their ecosystem, and that leads to a lot of like a pump and dump. You see the market. It's not really because that the project owner wants to just pump and dump. It's really because this short-term acquisition and the lack of retention that really fluctuates the business value of that particular project. That's why you see this pump and dump patterns quite often in the market. So next slide, please. So we help Nuvo help projects acquire retain users to build a successful business. That's our main mission, and we have quite a number of solutions to do so. Next slide, please. So so Nuvo as a platform itself, we are powered, of course, by blockchain. We also have AI and data analytics in that, and we aim to adopt to improve the Web3 adoption for all internet users. I'm not talking about just Web3 users. We also have technologies that can actually funnel the Web2 users in different social media platform. Twitter included, of course, Telegram and WeChat for Asian markets, Line for the South Asian markets, that they can actually use those familiar logins to get on board with a Web3 product with no friction at all. Next slide, please. So we believe the key to mass adoption are in these three pillars. So accessibility. So there are a lot of problems in the current user experience. People need to understand, hey, what is the chain you're working on? What is the RPC endpoint? And they have to set up the MetaMask and all that. Like, hey, what kind of gas tokens you have to purchase in order to use the application? And when they onboard, they have to, for example, download MetaMask, or they have to go through exchange wallets and choose what wallets to use. So many complications. These are all just barrier to entry, a barrier to access for users, and nowadays people are lazy, right? If there's too much hassle to get on something, unless it's a heavy incentive, for example, if you can make $1 million by jumping onto a particular application, I think those hurdles doesn't really matter. But of course, most of the application doesn't have that war chest to say, hey, if you get on, I give you free money. No, it's not that simple. So So for Nuvo, we offer like blockchain abstraction. So we basically abstract the whole blockchain layer. For developers and users, they don't have to worry about what blockchain they work with. We kind of abstract all the complication of different blockchains configurations, token prices, token gas tokens, and all that. We abstract all that up, and we allow users to have a holistic view of their assets across different chains. So they have a single view of all their assets, and if they want to move stuff, we facilitate that interoperability. And I just mentioned we do support all the social logins, all the familiar social login, and we're adding more because there are so many logins now. There's so many ID providers, so we're adding more as it comes, and if people request more, then we're going to add it. And the developers and users would enjoy free SSO access, so they can just keep using their familiar IDs without worrying about having like have to invent new passwords and stuff. You don't have to worry about all that. So that particular pillar is aiming to solve this accessibility problem. And then for developers, we allow very easy integration. And later slides, I can show you how easy that is. But it's extremely effortless, and people can jump on board and integrate with Nuvo platform and start enjoying all those accessibility for their users in no time. And the third pillar is about user retention. There are many ways of to retain user, but really, user needs to find the values of the application and find that interacting with the application or the projects rewarding. So we actually have a comprehensive reward system and allow projects to run different campaigns and have many innovative way to, for example, leveling and gamification of that. And we work with both Web 2 and Web 3 projects. Okay, next slide. So we have quite a number of partners already, and this is actually not the full list. We just recently add big exchanges and some conferences as well to the list. Stay tuned for more news. Next slide, please. So these are the products that is already online, and we actually have a new refreshed UI coming soon. Hopefully will be deployed by end of the month. Stay tuned for that. We're quite excited about it. But you can see we absolutely try to lower the friction that user when user onboard a new application. We allow different methods of login, including a SMS based login. It is quite popular in the Asian Pacific market. And we allow passwordless login. So just like what you kind of familiar with the new trend where you no longer need to come up with a password anymore. You can use your email address, and we send a special link to your email address. So you can click a link and log in. And we allow different ways of dealing with the private keys. So of course we support MPC. So you can kind of share a shard of the key with us, so that you don't have to worry about the key recovery or hacking of your private keys. Of course, but if you're fully confident and do not want to have any risk of having any piece of the keys, and you can do self-manage, we support that on the browser and the native apps on the phone, and no additional stuff you have to download. So we support self-managing keys. Of course, we also support a third-party wallets such as MetaMask or anything that's supported by Wallet Connect. We're trying to add more stuff. By the way, I noticed a typo over there. We'll fix it. So we support all different ways of accessing wallets and accessing decentralized applications by any users on the internet. Our goal is that even grammar can do it, and we're trying to achieve that. Next slide, please. I mentioned we have a holistic view of all your assets of different chains, and we also have leaderboards with different social activities in there, so people can actually start to socialize using their badges and different achievements in different applications. It's quite a engaging activity, just without even involving any rewards in that. Next slide, please. And we do have, like I said, a very comprehensive incentive system. People, when people participate in different activities in campaigns, they actually gain a point called as a repetition point. That repetition point can be a global repetition point or can be a application scoped repetition point. And based on that repetition points, they actually get leveling. So you can have a level 1 user and level 2 user, level 3 users for a particular decentralized application. And with that, you can have privileges to different special offers. You can have different yields. We do allow people to stake Nuvo token, which is not yet available, but in the future we'll have that functionality available so people can stake Nuvo tokens for additional rewards and gain access to privilege offers like wallets and stuff. So, but many exciting stuff happening there, and really, it's a great tool for projects to attract more users and also to keep the users loyal to their application because they have extra incentive for it. Next slide, please. And very important here because we mentioned a lot of stuff there, but growth is great, and all those growths will require some data. But people may start to worry, hey, whether data utilizing those data is safe, right? Especially now we have probably a hack every month now in the Web3 industry. So how we de-risk the risks of user data, right? So Nuvo actually provides a comprehensive solution for that as well. Next slide. So introducing the ID, a Nuvo ID. Nuvo ID is a privacy preserving decentralized identity. It is data infused. We actually have a lot of user data, encrypted of course, stored in the user's data space, which is decentralized storage. In the next slide, we can talk about more. Next slide, please. Okay. With all the data, now user can actually, so the project can actually see a lot of analytics, how the people are engaging with the campaign, how people are utilizing the features of the products, because it's actually a very important information. Because if you have a user like only use once a month for a particular feature, and you spend like $2 million on it, and without getting a return, you know exactly why what areas more to focus, right? For example, people may stop on certain using certain feature or give up on certain user features to give bad reviews on certain things. These are things that we can actually get insights from those Web3 analytics that we provide as part of the package. Next. We all the products we mentioned, they all have privacy preserving as the main principle. So anything that we do is everything is secured and owned by the user itself. So included the data itself. So there's no centralized place to store the data. People actually don't have access to your data only with your consent, and only with the consent and the additional processing from your side, so they can get some pieces of the data or attributes of data, or if you really want to give out raw data, you can do so as well. And by doing so, you may also get some incentives along the way. Next one, please. And we kind of covered all that as well. So it is a very nice technology that we have invented. It is based on the zero knowledge proof. User can actually give out attributes of the data without giving out the actual data to third parties and marketers. It does allow to a lot of like the established application, established products, because they are very familiar with the data analytics, but they are very mindful about the data privacy. This solution solves all that effortless. They don't actually have to do much. The platform takes take care of it. Yeah, next slide, please. Thanks. And briefly mention all the stack we mentioned. We have a blockchain abstraction. On top of it, we have the identity layer, the SSO integration. We have different badges, and on top of it, we have the data analytics, data exchange, and dashboards. We're playing in all sorts of vertical markets, as you can see on the right hand side. So, like I said in the beginning, any projects, if you have a project idea in mind, and you may having issues or having concerns of attracting users or keep user engaged, I think you should definitely talk to us. Next one. I think the slides is a little bit out of order, but apologies for that. But this this is what we mean by a privacy preserving exchange. So just like that, so people don't have to give out the raw data out. They can use the 𝘔𝘐𝘚𝘐𝘐 technology to give attributes of data, so people can start utilizing the getting the insights from your data, but really not having access to your data. Next one, please. Okay, so we do integrate with any chains. We're not limited to just Metis. And we work with all the projects from different chains, different even Web2 as well. We have Web2 clients just to utilize the data privacy features. So that they don't have to worry about all the data collected during the campaign, and so they have a peace of mind because of that. So we integrate with anything. So like I said at the beginning, again, if you have a project, you may find a Nuvo useful to you. Next one. So in terms of integration time needed, the actual technical integration is about 2 hours. And I'm not lying. It's about 4 lines of code. That's so 4 lines of code you can integrate with Nuvo platform and start using Nuvo access. And the going live is about a lot of testing, so making sure that everything's working fine. And on our side, we also want to make sure that all the API has been going through correctly, and we don't see any red flags in terms of how the API is being used. So like 2 days for going live. And based on the track record we have seen so far, 80% increased engagement is an understatement. We saw many explosive growth of engagement because utilizing the platform. So if you have a project and it's worried about user acquisition and retention, definitely talk to us. Next one, please. This is the partnership program. So all the partners have been going through this. We work with all the projects, no matter big or small, and we love to help. So again, we believe there's so many brilliant minds in the industry. It's just that it's sad to see a lot of commercialization side that's being failed. So, but we can help. We can definitely help. Next one. So of course, people will say, "Hey, is your platform going to cost a lot?" I can tell you, we don't charge if you don't see the value. What do I mean by that? Next slide. Is that with the engagement of Nuvo, you should see a increase in various amount of metrics. So as part of the deal, we'll actually discuss with you what kind of metrics you wanna enhance with, right? What kind of metrics you want to improve, and we don't charge. We don't charge unless we see a meaningful improvement of those metrics, and we're that confident. And we do have special programs for startups for certain features. We may offer some features for free. For enterprises, because the large number of users, we may have custom price in terms of how we charge based on the metrics. So the goal is so our projects know is that we want to help, and I also understand everyone's doing startups, so we not have a lot of money, a lot of risk taking appetite. So we offer a no risk engagement. You only have to pay when you see the results, and we are confident that you will see the results. Next. And just to update you all the different attractions we have right now. So fresh news. Next one, please. So right now we have 52,000 users on the platform. So it is 52,000 users you can tap into. So that's a good start, and it's been growing very fast. It's a what I call a hockey stick growth trajectory. We have just signed a couple big clients who will bring us millions of users. So it's a lot of good opportunity to work with us now. Next one. And these are the media coverage. Feel free to search Nuvo on those medias, and you'll see we're very invested into the decentralized identifier and the customer engagement. Next one. And thank you everyone for enjoying my talk here. Hopefully it is a great service that you think is useful to you. And I will be at the futuristic conference as well. Look for this red shirts. You should be able to find me, and happy to chat about and how we can help.
Awesome. Thanks, Yuan. While we keep up this badge for just a few more minutes, or for a few more seconds, do you guys have any Discord or Telegram channel that people can join to engage with you guys?
Yes. On top of my head, I don't have it right now, but we can have a separate message on Twitter.
Okay, sure, awesome. And then just for everyone out there, you can go to nuvosphere.io and find all of their contact information there as well. Thanks, Yuan.
Thank you.